where hearts unfold in the morning glow, stories untold. Let's paint with words, a masterpiece of art, where dialogues bloom, igniting in every heart. Let's tap into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently salt. Let's paint with words, a masterpiece of art, where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. A symphony of voices, harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair. Let's sow seeds of unity, watch them grow in this garden of hope under the morning glow. Let's bridge the gaps, erase the line, in the tapestry of hearts let love shine. With every word, a step we take towards a brighter dawn for all our sake. Welcome to the morning glow, where dreams take flight in this realm of possibilities. Let's unite, together we stand, hand in hand, healing the nation across the land. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's symphony of voices, harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not more than just a question asker. My name is Raheen Ajme out of Atlanta, Georgia, but I got my brothers from another mother, but we got the same father on with us. First is Frank. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Man, I am doing great. I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
Man, I'm doing greater than great. Greater than great. Greater than great. Greater than great. See, hear that note? Hear that note? Boy, look at, not everybody can hit that note there, man.
Thank God.
Boy, look here. That's some hate. That's some hate stirring up early this morning. Toussaint, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Huh? Yes, sir. Greater than great.
I tried to see if I could recognize the key you was in. And I fell off the piano seat.
They ain't created that one yet, man. See what a lot of times when you go, you got to create your own, man. Make your own path. Create your own journey. See, I do that, man. Even when it comes to my singing, I'm not gonna see somebody else already created all that other stuff, junk. See, I'm gonna create my own. See.
So you give a new definition to joyful noise.
No. I added that too, but I put another joyful, peaceful noise.
There will be peace in your valley.
Okay. Yeah. That's it. Well, listen. Let me just Oh no. You see, often imitated, never duplicated. Often imitated, never duplicated. See, you cannot duplicate what I just did. You can try to imitate it, and you did a good imitation job. And that was good. I commend you. Clap my hands. But never duplicated. There will be peace Peace in the valley. Oh, me. That boy that can sing. That boy that can sing. Oh, that boy that can sing. Sexual chocolate, y'all. Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate. That boy can sing. Go ahead, Frank. I know you got something over there stirring up in you. Talk to me.
No, I just, it's kind of like gallstones. You just have to wait for them to pass. Just wait for it to pass.
Well,
it's painful. It's painful, but you just got to wait for it to pass. It's painful.
I got it.
Well, yeah, there's some hate going on this morning. But listen, let everybody know, for everybody that may be joining us for the first time and you may not understand what's going on, this is what we call Way Out Wednesday. This is what we call Way Out Wednesday. Now, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, we have topics. On Wednesday, we open up our phone lines. We let our hair down a little bit. Yeah, on Wednesday, we let our hair down. So this is what we do. We open up the phone lines. And if you want to be a part of the conversation, you're more than welcome. If you got something going on in your life and you need some advice on it or whatever, think of it like what they say on the strawberry letter, whatever they do. If you have something that you want to talk about and discuss going on in your life, in your community, or whatever the case, call in 508-924-3521. I'm going to say that number again. This is the number that you call, 508-924-3521. Give us a call, and we'd love to be able to talk to you and discuss exactly what it is. Now, we're not here to sugarcoat it. We're not here to spoon, feed you with no long all that stuff. We ain't gonna do all that. We're gonna tell you what our truth is from our experiences and what you're going through. So if you have that thin skin, Frank, they might not want to call in here, right? And Frank, go to sleep on me. Frank, wake up.
I heard you say to call in, but did you ask me a question?
Yeah, I said if they have thin skin, and they want to discuss something with thin skin, they might not want to call in here because we're not going to sugarcoat it. We're not going to say what they want to hear. We're going to tell them the truth from our experiences, from what they're going through. Is that not true?
Well, I don't want them to misunderstand that. I mean, if you, we're not a mean people. I mean, we're believers. And we're not the Steve Harvey Morning Show, or we're not Jerry Springer. I don't want you to feel like you're going to be attacked. For if you call in, you're not. I mean, what we strive to do is to share our perspective coming from love, which is God. So I don't want you to misunderstand the fact that we may have a little more fun on Wednesday, but our goal is never to hurt or offend and to be, to take advantage of your situation. So you'll be handled in love. I mean, we are a loving community, and whether your skin is thin or not, we're going to try to come from a biblical perspective. We may have a little more fun on Wednesday, be a little sillier, but I mean, it's all in love.
With love and kindness have I drawn thee. Would you agree with that too, son? With love and kindness have I drawn thee?
Yeah. It's gonna be tough for them sometimes, but it's gonna be okay. If you wind up under the bus, just change the oil while you're there. Come on out and live life.
Hey, Frank, Tucson said, if you find yourself up on the bus, change the oil while you're up under the
You say what now?
Tucson said, if you find yourself up under the bus, change the oil while you're up under there, then come on out. Okay. And now I started out. Yeah. I prefaced it by saying, with love and kindness have I drawn thee. He said, yeah. And if you find yourself up under the bus, change the oil while you're up under there. Lord Jesus. I do have a question I want to ask. And this is a historical type question. why is there such an effort? And Frank, I'm gonna start off with you. Why is there such an effort to change the terminology from slavery to indigenous servants? Why is there such a push to do that?
I mean, we don't have to. We don't have to. And I'm going to probably spend minimal time on this discussion, on this topic until we change the subject, because, you know, one of my biggest things, Raheem, is I never want to become what I hate. I hate racism.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. I don't try to sugarcoat it. I don't try to hide it. I hate racism.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate racism whether it is, see, racism doesn't have a pigmentation.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say that unless you can control the destiny of a person, you can't be a racist. No, I've seen racism where people had no control. They just had the ability to be brutal and to discriminate against people because of the color of their skin. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this topic, but some things where we know where things are trying to be changed. People have agendas, and they're changing them so that they can continue to manipulate and control people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's not. I mean, these are, you know, whether it's racism, whether it is you know, what happens to Medicaid and Medicare, it all comes back to power and control. You know, and what will happen here is that we will begin to attack white people and other people. And I don't have the patience for that, man.
Well, see, the thing about it, Frank,
control and power.
Okay, but the thing about it is, you say we'll start attacking white people, and that's never my mission. It's not never my objective to attack anybody. White, black, orange, purple, or green. That's not my objective or what I desire to do. But I don't think it's racism if we're actually discussing the facts. Not only are they trying to change that, but they're trying to remove everything from the Black history of museums and stuff like that. And my question, and I was going to go in that direction as well. But my question is why? What is the purpose of it? And I don't.
We know why. We've been here before. We know why. But the bigger answer is, what's going to be our response?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you've been in a fight before, Raheem. You know, yes. Why do people ball up their fists and try to hit you? They're trying to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what is your response going to be? Are you going to learn to defend yourself? You know, not only physically, but unfortunately, people that oppress people only respond to power.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we have to put ourselves in a position where we cannot be taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
But what we would do, we would spend way too much time talking and doing nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we'll do. Is we'll just complain and talk, and then we'll go out. I saw a survey the other day that said the majority of the people don't have $500 in their savings.
Mm-hmm.
That's the easiest way to be victimized, to allow people to take advantage of you. So what is our answer to all of this mess? What are we going to do different?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you think the solution should be?
Well, first and foremost, Raheem, what I think the solution should be is my wife was home today because she was breaking up a fight in her high school and hurt her arm. So she's got to go and have her arm looked at. today. Okay, fighting in the high schools in the inner city it's an everyday occurrence.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that those kids are there that are fighting is because they represent somewhere between $7,000 and $9,000. So they won't suspend them. We can't do that. Because see, what that does is that makes it almost impossible for women like my wife and your wife to teach.
Mm-hmm.
These kids don't even know why they're here. They think they're here for fashion or for violence or for social media. You know, they got this thing going on now where take over Detroit. The youth take over Detroit, where they meet on the internet and they meet and they just disrupt the mall, the different areas of the city. 300 or 400 kids. The first thing, my solution, this is Frank's solution, this is a Frankism, is one, we have to learn how to communicate with each other. And then we have to talk about how we conduct ourselves.
Good deal. That's
with
good.
each other.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Let me go to and good morning, Cassandra Alexander Green. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Cassandra, I'm asking a question. Why is there such a push, such a conscious effort to change the word slavery to indentured servants? Why is there such a push by some individuals? And it was said earlier that it was mainly white people, but there's some black people that's working this same campaign. Why is there such an effort, Cassandra, to do so?
Wait a minute. An indentured servant is working for. Wait a minute, if I'm correct now, I'm slow. But an indentured servant works for a period of time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And
yes.
then they work off being, almost getting free, paying to be free.
Mm-hmm.
So they work a certain period of time or whatever, and then after that time, they can leave. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm correct, because I'm slow right now.
Ain't no slow about you.
A slave has no control over what he does, where he goes, anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. Wait a minute. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, go ahead.
So I don't know. I don't know what you're equating this to. But what we went through here was not. Yeah. What we went through was not the same indentured servant.
Mm-hmm.
Who would even? I mean, that's almost too stupid to even answer.
Mm-hmm.
They had a contract. Indentured servants had contracts that they were working on. What contract? I don't know any black people that were in slavery that had a contract that said, hey, you just work for me for a certain amount of time, man, you's free. Y'all to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That eludes me how anybody, I don't care who it is, white, black, could compare slavery to being an indentured servant.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And I also talked about how they're trying to erase Black history in all the museums and everything. Cassandra, why are they trying to do all this? And it's not just one group of people. It's a lot of people collectively coming together and they want this to happen. Why?
Raheem, if we know that, we might can figure out. Well, I'm not gonna say that. Okay. Anyway, they have to erase us as best they can because of who we are, because of even the favor that people may not see it, but the favor that God has placed on us as a people, they have to do everything they can to oppress, suppress, depress this group of people more than. Have you ever, any race in this country, has any race, well, maybe in, the indigenous, any group in this country that has been treated as poorly as people of color, that when I say people of color, Black people, indigenous people in the world,
Mm-hmm.
continuously.
Continuous.
I mean, continuously
Mm-hmm.
putting their foot on our neck, continuously. That's why I have a problem with people that say, well, you just work hard and everything gonna be okay. That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many people work hard all their life and somebody keeps pressing them down every time they try to raise up?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think all poor people, oh, they're just lazy, that's why they ain't getting nowhere? That's a lie from the pit of hell.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know, and I'm gonna say this last thing, and then I'm gonna be done with it. I spent years before I started teaching. I spent years in corporate America, right? Managing businesses. Do you know that they would bring in? And let me tell you something. My numbers were amazing. I worked hard. They would bring in these little young white college girls, little cutie girls, and bring them in, ask me to train them. And one of them tried to put, my regional tried to put the girl in my store, one of the highest stores, money-making stores in her region, and move me somewhere else.
Mm. Wow.
Explain that. No, I mean, I'm just saying, guys. No, come on now, come on. They want us to be under chains and bound to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Wow.
the desire.
Wow. Wow. Toussaint, talk to me. And that's one of the Dungy. Tony wanted the Tony Dungy. People that know football know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Toussaint, talk to me, brother. Why is there such an effort? Why is there such a conscious effort to change the word from slavery to indentured servants?
You know, there are people that try to make themselves feel better about the evil of their forefathers.
Mm-hmm.
So they choose nice words. Just sum it up.
Wow.
That's the guilt. That mama, grandfather, grandmother couldn't be that evil to enslave and oppress people that bad to cause a people to be unfairly treated as if they're cattle
Mm-hmm.
or livestock. You take a horse that can no longer do what's necessary. You take him out in the pasture and you just shoot it.
Wow.
It's your property. So there's no more use if it does not do what you desire them to do. Just beat them, even if you have to beat them to death.
Mm.
I mean, it's your servant. So if you feel like you want to fulfill your lustful desires, no matter whether they call themselves somebody else's wife, that's your property. So you take the husband, beat him to death. If he resists in any kind of way, take his wife and just rape her over and over and over and over again. And it's not a cruelty, because they are in. Doesn't that sound better to call them? And then I can't even pronounce the word because it's silly.
Mm-hmm. Indigent
Cool.
service, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The cruelty that people have done to other people, that if you bleed, they bleed, you bleed red.
Mm-hmm.
There's no difference. But you have a superior feeling. I mean, we have it. It's bad now because they do it in the name of the Lord.
Mm.
You check it out.
Hey, Lamar, how you
People that
doing?
are in office, they have a feeling of righteousness about themselves.
Mm.
That their righteousness is the only righteousness. And if you don't succumb to their righteousness, they take it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've always done. They feel like we'll say this, and you have to excuse my language. It's way out Wednesday, so I'm going out there. I don't get put out of church, so I don't worry about that. They'll bomb the hell out of them.
Mm.
And it's nothing that they can do about it.
Wow.
Because God is on our side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We are anointed to take over.
Wow.
People really feel like that. So when you say people feel like, okay, we're not going to call them enslaved, we're going to call them
Indigenous servants. Uh-huh.
Indigenous servants. Look it up in the biblical text. It sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
It's more scripturally sound.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. And
That's right here
yes.
in the Bible.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Jason, you going out on me, brother?
Okay, here we go again. I said, it sounds better. Go look at it in the biblical text. It sounds better because it's in the Bible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Go look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Go check it out. And then you look at these people that are in our offices that are changing laws so that they can be on top.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
exactly.
nobody over them. And you look at history and you find out that it's the
Good
same
morning. Good morning, y'all.
Playbook.
Mm-hmm.
Go look it out. They
Yeah.
say these people are multiplying. And if our enemies, they join up with our enemies, they'll defeat us. Go look it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's the same thing they do over and over and over again. So they're just making it look nice.
Mm. Putting a nice little pretty little bow on it, but it don't change the ugly of it all.
And let me say this, let me shut up. Then you get a fool to lead them.
Mm. Mm. Wow. Wow. Cassandra, talk to me.
Yeah. I don't Which part? Which part? Because you sort of
What?
asked a two-part question.
Yeah, well, my thing, and this is where I went. So either one you want to talk about, that's fine. We on way I Wednesday today, so it's free, open, and conversation. But which direction do you think it would be more effective? Because Tucson is right, man. A lot of times they try to change, and it's on guilt. It's on guilt. They don't want to look at their ancestors as being just that cruel and that brutal. And so let's change the verbiage a little bit to soften the blow. We're gonna soften this thing just a little bit, but it doesn't soften the blow for the ones that took the blow.
Exactly. And that is the point that I was going to make. I mean, and people say, well, if y'all want to live in that slave mentality, listen, it's a reality what took place with us and what is still going on with us. This ain't something we making up in our head like oh, white people don't really treat us bad. Oh no, they don't not give you a job because you're black. They don't not allow you to get the education that you want for yourself or your children because you. But what planet are you living on?
Mm-hmm.
What planet are you living on? Because in the world of reality where I live, people do a lot of things for or against you based on the color of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
That's just our reality. Now, we can pretend like that's not so, and some of us may be able to rise and do it ourselves and don't ever need anybody help. And, you don't need the opportunity to do better. I'm happy for you.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people that are struggling and have struggled in this country to be a part of the American nightmare. They
Mm-hmm.
call dream, the
Yeah.
American dream, and never have a real opportunity. The minute they step into a room with their beautiful black skin, they are immediately eliminated. Y'all can pretend now. I ain't got no problem with people pretending like that ain't real. Go right on ahead, live in fantasy land.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Wow. Cassandra, why do you have your president and his administration trying so hard to erase the history?
Because they're racist. Anybody, Alveda King she's a very good friend of Trump, and she did this long post yesterday, a few days ago, that Trump is this wonderful man, and he is doing great things for America. And I'm you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna because it's not gonna be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be pretty. Any black person that believes that this idiot is good. People around the world can tell that there's something wrong with the way this man, a leader, behaves. And you, okay, Raheem, I'm going to stop. Because it ain't going to be like, let me be quiet.
Okay. Good deal. We got another caller. Let me see who this caller is. Captain Leonard, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem and Morning Glow family.
Leonard, boy, I saw what you did yesterday, boy. I saw what you did yesterday. I saw what you did. Yes, sir. I saw what you did. Yes, sir. Good. Hey, that was a good day, man. That was a good day. That was a real good day.
Oh, yeah, it was a good day.
Well, Leonard, I'm asking the question, why is there such a push, such a conscious effort for some individuals to change the terminology and the verbiage from slavery to indentured servants?
Because it's more pleasant.
Mm-hmm. What you mean?
Slavery has a negative connotation to it.
Yes.
And
And I think you're talking about indentured servitude.
Yes.
Are you trying to say indentured servitude?
Yeah, you know I'm country, man. I'm country as cornbread. Come on now.
Well, no, it's because it's two completely different concepts.
Mm-hmm.
Indentured servitude is usually you have done something, and the law is what has placed you subordinate to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Slavery could be anything. Slavery could be just because of the color of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Slavery could just be because of you got captured in a battle and now you're forced to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Slaves have no right.
None.
Indentured servants are usually individuals who are working their way out of a situation.
So which one would you put that category of people in during that time?
Slavery is what it was, the transatlantic slave trade.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Okay. Because I didn't want to confuse anybody. So go ahead.
Yeah, so that's the difference in really those two terms,
Mm-hmm.
and why one is used, and because it has a whole different connotation to it.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody say you pro-slavery, that's negative.
Mm-hmm.
Indentured servitude sound like you're getting what you deserve because of something that you've done.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why you are in the servant class is because you did something to get there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And this is what you have to do to reconcile whatever it is that you have done to find yourself in servitude to someone else.
That sounds almost like in a roundabout way, like the prison system.
Yes, I would go so far as to say it is sort of like prison,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes the indentured servants have the freedom, a lot of times, to move about and to live their regular lives.
Mm-hmm.
However, they have to pay this debt, and they do it by their service to others.
Mm-hmm.
That's different than prison.
So clean it up just a little bit more. It's almost like community service. When you go in, you have to do 600 hours of community service. You still have the freedom to go and do what you want to do, but at the same time,
let's say it's close to that.
Yeah.
Let's say it's close to that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's most like that.
Okay. Good. Frank, talk to me, brother. Frank.
Now, Leonard basically explained the difference. And, you know, I don't care what you do to try to erase Black history or to change things. Slavery was what slavery was.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot go back and change history. The truth is the truth. And it's our responsibility to even when our children go to schools or they go anywhere, for us to explain, no, I hear what they're saying, but let me tell you
Mm-hmm.
what really happened. Or they're leaving some things out.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say they, I mean whoever it is
Yes.
is teaching, but
Yes.
we have to be in our children's lives. There's not a part of my children's life that I'm not a part of. I'm nosy.
Mm-hmm.
I eavesdrop. I listen to their conversation. I monitor their social media. You have to. There's predators everywhere. There's
Mm-hmm.
people that will give bad information. So you have to be engaged. It has to be important so you can correct things. So that's the biggest thing. You know, I mean, man, I love education, but my responsibility to not only my children but to other family members are so much more greater. I don't put the responsibility on you to raise my kids. That's not your job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that is not your job. I'm actually sending them to you to get a certificate. But there's going to be a lot of the education that goes on at home, you know,
you have to take these courses so you are certified, so you can continue, and so people that will look at your record and say, okay, well, you went through this course or you accomplished this, so you can be employed. That's the reason for that. So okay. Let me leave that alone. Let you move on.
Mhm. There's a lot tied into this excuse me, particular topic. Does anybody else have anything else you want to say on this one before we move on?
Hey, Raheem,
Yes.
I want to also add to what Frank said about your responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
As African Americans, we have to understand it is our responsibility to pass on what our people went through
Mm-hmm.
to
Absolutely.
the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
This notion that the oppressor is going to teach you these things is really far-fetched. And it's good now that we have things like African American Studies programs and things like that at various colleges and universities that you can go to. You can even go to HBCUs. Thanks to your ancestors, you can go to a HBCU and you can delve very deep into learning about your culture or what have you. But it is your responsibility to do that. And I may seem rough and hard at times, but I was taught it's no one else's responsibility to tell me the truth. I must seek the truth.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. Tucson, talk to me.
But think about what Leonard just said.
Mm-hmm.
And let's use some common sense. Why does anybody think that the oppressor is going to tell you the truth about what they have done to you?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you think that somebody that is trying to hustle you is going to tell you the truth about what they're trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
At some point, we just have to come clean with ourselves. Your expectation is, when I say your, a lot of times our expectation is unrealistic. It's not in my best interest to tell you something that's going to put me in a bad light.
Mm-hmm.
I either don't want to do it, or I'm ashamed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
we have to lean on, and that's the thing that grieves me the most about the way we treat our elders, the people that actually have been through some stuff, that have seen some things, that know things. The majority of our history and our wisdom are in nursing homes because we won't let them stay in our house. Soon as they get up of an age where they need you to assist them, we ship them off.
mm-hmm.
And then we wonder why. What's wrong with this generation? They don't have what you had, Raheem. How often have you spoken to your grandmother? How often?
Mm-hmm.
But these kids don't have that because she's in a nursing home being mistreated.
Wow. 508-924-3521. Go ahead, Tucson.
Do you know?
I did. Go ahead. Talk to me.
And then the bad thing about it is, and Leonard mentioned the black colleges, and what the government does, and they've made effort to do it, is they say, well, we'll just stop funding you. We'll defund you.
Yeah.
For teaching it.
Mm-hmm.
And the killing part is that some of people that just so happen to look like me have the nerve to say that's not racism. And I'm not, it don't make no difference to me, man. I grew up in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the Grand Marshal that they have a desire to make him governor. So, it don't make me no difference. I've been seeing this for quite some time now.
Mm-hmm. Does the picture get any?
Talking about
Does the picture get any brighter?
well, here's the kicker right here. This is what really kicks me in the head. It kind of had a calm for a few years, and we saw a light
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the tunnel. And now we are at the point in society that there are some people that say, oh, we done got too much light. And we see the end of the tunnel, and we got to stop this.
Mm.
So we got to run this train back. And we're going to do it again in a different way to make it seem like it's not actually what we're doing. It's the same game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what kills me when we see some people that have lived it at the end of it, and they say, no, that's not what they're doing. He's just a wise businessman, and they just, they doing it in the name of the Lord, and it's God's will, and they lay hands on them. And I'm saying to myself, look at these big, this is way out Wednesday. I'm gonna do like Cassandra. At some point, I'm gonna just not say nothing, because there are choice words that I've ripped from my mouth. That when I see ignorance
Mm-hmm.
at its highest level,
Mm-hmm.
to know it's coming. It's an attempt for it to come. Let me say it like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's a low tolerance for this kind of foolishness, and if we don't grab hold to our children and let them know that it's not business as usual.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You wake up, because the train coming. There's a tip for the train to come. If we don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything.
Exactly.
And before you know it, they're gonna want you to say, in the name of Jesus, yeah, after.
Wow. Wow. Cassandra, talk to me.
Hey, Raheem.
Man, y'all gonna jump all over Cassandra like that. Hold on, Leonard. Talk to me, Cassandra.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Come on. Way out
I'm
Wednesday.
over here.
Way out Wednesday.
No, but I'm over here just like I'm so, I think, and I'm just being honest. It hurts me to anger. It hurts me to anger. The way that this administration is shifting the narrative when it comes to people of color.
Come on.
Man, I'm just trying to put this right. When you have Project 2025, which this president said he know nothing about, he wasn't a part of it, but now is doing almost word for word the playbook for 2025, Project 2025, which is nothing but saying basically what 2025, let's just be honest, basically what Project 2025 is saying is, if you are not a white male, you are not smart enough to do anything to help this country. Basically, that's what it's saying. Basically, it's saying white people are so much smarter than everybody else that they need to run this country and make this country whiter again.
Wow.
But the problem with that is this country has become a melting pot.
Yes.
When people use that term, people go like, well, I don't know. This country, you have people, mixed people, you have brown people, you have terms we use. You know what each color represents. We have black people, brown people, yellow people, and they are literally taking their place in this country, and white folk cannot stand it. So now you have white nationalists, white Christians, so say evangelicals that are going along with the stuff
Mm-hmm.
and trying to make it godly. Man, y'all need to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
Wow.
need to stop.
Wow. Way Out Wednesday, y'all. Way Out Wednesday. Leonard, you was about to say something?
Yeah, for people to get more study about it, because I'm pretty sure Frank knows what it means. Griot tradition. It's a West African tradition that we tell these stories to our generations.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we kept oral histories of things. And for folks who love rap music, this is sort of like the beginning of what has become spoken word in rap music. It's because there would be an elder that would sit there, and the elder would teach, and they would play music while the elder was teaching the drums and the string instruments, and they would accompany the storytelling of the history of the people. And so in certain communities now, which are communities that I'm a part of, this tradition is kept alive. If you want to learn more about it, it's spelled Griot.
Spell again, Leonard.
And you
Spell
can
again,
do
Leonard.
that it's Griot. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have anyone that you're probably used to informal and just talking to your grandparents, like Frank was bringing up. But guess what? If you're an elder, you and somebody can get together and get some time at a library and welcome young black children in to sit and teach them things, because they don't get all that nasty stuff on the radio, all that rap and all that other stuff, negative things. But there's very few rappers that are rapping about our history,
Mm-hmm.
our accomplishments and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So think about a person like, I'm not sure who's the oldest on this line, but that person would be an elder of us, and because they've seen more than we've seen.
Hey, Leonard.
So they could sit if they,
I don't mean to cut you off, Leonard, but you just said you don't know who the older. There's a debate going on between Cassandra and Frank.
That would be me by a day. That would be me. Yeah, that would be me by a day.
There is a debate.
So that's how it used to be. But now we'll say those who have knowledge to share. How about that?
Yeah. Exactly.
And it doesn't have to be one person, but you could do this in your church. Mm-hmm. You could do this in a public space, like a public library, which usually has free space, and just tell stories.
Yeah.
But not just made up things.
Mm-hmm.
Actually go get something about your history and your culture and teach younger people that and share that with them.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And it's needed. It's absolutely needed, man. Something like that is needed, because that secures the foundation of who you are. It secures that foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, there is a lady that I'm actually going to be interviewing soon. Her name is Tiffany Young. She's a Geechee Griot. And she talks about the history of, slavery and black people in the Carolinas, and amazing storyteller. Wendy Brown out of she's in the Savannah area. Pat Gunn. These are people that literally tell our history, and they keep it going, and they share it with white people, black people. Amazing women. So there are people that are trying to keep the history, but why should we be eradicated? Just because you don't want to hear that your great-great-grandfather burned somebody's watch and had your father watch them burn a body, burn a human being, until the whole body was engulfed in fire and their hands shriveled up. and body parts fall off, and your great great grandparents took them, put them in jars, and held on to pieces of the body that they had stood there and seen mutilated.
Wow, cruelty.
Why are you? That's your history.
And see,
and Black people live through that.
Yeah.
So you want us to stop talking about those things because, well, it's different now. It's different now, but y'all change tactics. Y'all change tactics. It looks different a little bit, but you're still doing the same. The prison pipeline is real.
Exactly.
Act like it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
There you go. Yeah. Yes, sir.
And the kicking part is that people used to actually here's the song. Bringing in the sheen, bringing in the sheen, we shall come rejoicing. And then they have their announcements and they say, we go hang over Johnny after church service today. We gonna gather in the city courtyard, and then they cut their testicles out. Now, I'm not trying to make this look pretty, because it's not. Put it in their mouth, set them on fire as they hang. And the little boy that's about my age or Frank's age or Mr. Hicks's age is there watching. And now they're in their 60s and 70s right now. And they're watching and they try to turn their head. They say, don't turn your head, look at them, look at them, look at them. They grab them people's babies and they feed them to crocodiles. That's what I'm talking about. And if a city is thriving with people that they call indigenous people, if the city is thriving, they'll either set it afire or make it a lake. And now they just call it a city park.
Amen.
Wow. And see, I don't want to, let me see. I'm trying to be real careful with where we are right now because there's a lot going on. But truth of the matter, if we're going to deal with it way on Wednesday, this is the truth. It's ugly. It's an ugly part of history. It's not pretty at all. It's not pretty, but it's reality. And if we want to get to a certain way, we can't get to that destination by lying and hiding from the truth. We have to put all the chips on the table and turn each one of them over. This is what it is. This is what happened. This is what happened.
Right here. I love what Leonard was at because he offered a resource where we can learn not only about our history, but we can with our elders. I love where he was at because what began to happen is we began to talk about different resources and different ways that we can interact in a very positive way. Our parents were closer to slavery than we were. Their parents were probably slaves or real close to, if not their parents. I'd have to say their parents because if my mother and father were alive now, they would be over 100. So their parents were probably slaves, or really, really felt the effect of it, or really felt the effect of not being able to go into different restaurants and all of that. Black, white fountains, the schools, and everything like that. The one thing that I saw, because teaching history is not just, words. The one thing I saw from my parents' generation is that they knew everything that happened.
Mm-hmm.
We came here from Michigan, from the South. They taught me, they explained to me. When we went back to see my grandmother, we went through the cotton fields. You know, we saw everything. My parents talked to me about it. But the one thing that they did not do, they did not keep that before them as if it was going to hinder them for what was needed to be done. Yep, all of that is true. Yep, all of that happened. Yes, that was heinous. But here's the assignment, boy. This is what we're doing. And I lived in a community where the police didn't move in our community freely without the permission of the men in our neighborhood. They just didn't come in and out of our neighborhood and take whoever they wanted to take and do whatever they wanted to do. Because if they started moving like that, they were in danger. But why did that happen? Because they were united. They looked after each other. They moved together. They had a plan, and they worked that plan. And because of them, we found ourselves in a better place. And then what happened? My generation began to move like other people, and the family and homes and marriage became less important.
So am I hearing you say they got
wasn't as
comfortable?
important.
Or am I hearing you say they got comfortable?
I'm putting myself
Yeah.
right in that. We began to go off and do things like other people. It wasn't taught to us. We began to look at things that we didn't look at before.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what our parents pointed us to. My parents, they pointed me to savings. They pointed me to the value of upkeep. You know, of keeping your. Didn't nobody have to put a ticket on my parents' door to keep your grass cut or your property maintained? Our community did that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of the things that we suffer with now, a lot of these diseases and illnesses and everything else, we walk into our house. We used to take brooms and clean the sidewalks all around our house
Mm-hmm.
with bleach.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, we have to get back to where we take pride in. And taking pride in it is not only taking care of our property, taking care of our finances, but it's putting a belt to butt of these kids when they are young and make them respectable. Man, we can talk about white people all day, and it ain't gonna change nothing. But man, it grieves me when I'm around people and these young kids are calling their parents Bill or Tom or Frank. Who are you talking to?
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking to Mr. Azerman or Mr. Toussaint
Mm-hmm.
or Miss Green? Who are you talking to? You calling Leonard Leonard? Are you out your mind? I don't care what we about to do. We about to go home because I'm about to tear that behind up.
Mm-hmm.
But see, we have to get back to where we have some pride about ourselves. You cannot beg people to respect you. You have to command them to respect you. And you get that by first respecting yourself.
Good deal. Good deal. Truth. Because
Frank said respectable. Frank said respectable. Everybody,
No, I
red
didn't.
alert.
No, I
You
didn't.
said respectable.
You cannot beg people to respect you. You have to first respect yourself. That's your little bootleg tool.
Before
So
they
that's your
respectable.
that's your little bootleg phone. Just scan that. Yeah.
What?
Well, if I said it, let me clarify. If I said it, you cannot beg people to make you respect them. You have to demand them to respect you.
What difference?
I'm not asking you to respect me.
What difference
all.
a day? What difference
You
a day
will
make?
respect me.
What difference a day make? Lord have mercy.
Raheem.
What, hold on, Cassandra was about to say something.
Raheem.
Hold on, Cassandra was about to say something,
Oh,
and I'll
go
come right
ahead,
back to you.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Cassandra.
No. I'm just saying, respectable can be a word. If you guys want to say respectable, you can say respectable.
Respectable is not a word. Respectable is not a word, okay? It is not a word.
She said respectful.
No, it's not a word. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cassandra, you was gonna say something?
Nah, I'm just messing with Ray.
Okay. Tucson, go
I
ahead,
love
brother.
you.
Oh, he said he loved you, Cassandra.
Mm-hmm.
The answer. Oh Lord. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
No, there's a pretty side. There's a good side of this because you couldn't. The problem was can't stop these oppressed people from thriving. They still thriving without it. They would have a secluded community off the scene, and they wouldn't ask anybody for anything. They had the James Brown mentality. I'm not asking anybody for anything. Just open the door and I get it myself.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw the community turned into every. I mean, they had their stores. They had their own businesses. They shopped together. They grew their food. They did their own thing. They shared with each other until everybody in the community thrived.
Yes.
And they looked at that and they said, I'd be doggone. It's working. Whatever they're doing, it's working.
Yeah.
And you remember how you used to heist up the back of your car? You put the big wheels at the back.
Yeah.
And you know, it created aerodynamics. Just by doing stuff. And you know, they call it, you know, rigging. But when they did, they copied it and called it technology.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's what it is.
Hey, Tucson, I have a true story. Stupid me. And I can call him right now. In 1979, I bought a Z28, and we took plexiglass, and we went to my place of business, and we cut out plexiglass for the covers over our front headlights and our rear tail lights. So when you cut the lights on, it would have a tint to them. And everybody was saying, man, where'd you get that? We lied. We said, oh man, we ordered these out of California as a kid. You gotta order it like 2 months because we wanted it to be unique, right? And we didn't say, well, we can make these for you. We didn't patent it. Do you know that the next year, General Motors came out with a kit for the Trans Am that was exactly what we did to our cars?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. Gotcha.
It was like, remember when we used to turn over the breathing cap?
That's right.
On the carburetor.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
To get more power.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely right.
Wow.
And then they come out with tunnel ram and everything else. Yep, you just turn that cap over so it'll breathe better.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna tell you a failure. my Dodge Dart, I put bigger tires on the back of it, but the tires I wanted was on a GM. They sold a kit where you could, put General Motors tires on the back of a Chrysler. And I bought the kit and put them on, man. I'm riding, going down the expressway about 80 miles per hour. I see a tire go by me. I was like, man, whose tire is that? Boom! That was my tire.
Your tire wanted to beat you home. Your tire wanted to beat you home. Leonard. Captain Leonard, you there?
Yes, Raheem.
We the people,
Yes, Raheem.
we the people of the United States of America, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. I can't say that word. Do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America. What is that, Leonard? And I just leave it right there. What is that?
It's an awesome declaration for people who support freedom,
Mm-hmm.
who wanted freedom.
Okay.
They wanted freedom from the oppression that they were used to, religious oppression, and oppression by the government, and oppression by that monarchy. And that was the basis of it. This is why I fight so hard to get people to understand, put your personal feelings aside, and let's save this democracy.
Okay.
You
Now,
understand? That's what's most important, not your color. What is important is democracy. We can make that document the best document civilization has ever written. But we're going to have to fight more. We may have to shed blood for it. Remove racism and feminism. It's an excellent document. It's an excellent declaration for human freedom. And that's what we need to be about. Instead of relying on the story you used to tell and hustling the story, this wasn't about us. This wasn't made for us. Take it then. Seize it. It is what your ancestors fought for because they understood how important it is that I may not like you. We may not agree on everything, but we got to respect each other and support one another to get what it is you want out of life. And you need to do that freely and unencumbered by government and just wicked folks that get in power, because that's all it is. The wicked are in power. This is why certain things are being done now, because the wicked are in power.
Now, let me ask you.
You must get them out of power.
Let me ask you this question, Leonard. When it said we the people of the United States of America, are they talking about everybody? Were they talking about everybody?
Then they were not. Then they were not. They were only talking about white males.
Wow.
So this is why you have amendments to that Constitution. And if you love Martin Luther King, but do understand the strategy and the plan. First, I got to get them to recognize you as citizens. Because this is where the document supports. This is what the document supports, is that citizens. So that's why we have this issue with immigrants. Now they're arguing over citizenship. Why you think your president wanted to take away birthright citizenship? Because that piece of paper says that if you're born on this soil, you're an American citizen now.
Exactly. Yep.
So we have to understand, we have to get an understanding. You come with feelings. You allowed all the feelings you want, but get an understanding of what's really going on so you can come up with a strategy to fight back.
Good deal. Cassandra, what do you say to that? We the people of the United States of America, What does that mean to you? What does it mean during the time when it was written? And do it mean the same thing today?
What the statement is again?
We the people of the United States of America, the whole proclamation. What did it mean during the time when it was written? What did it mean then? Does it mean the same thing today? And was it inclusive? Was it all inclusive?
Oh no, absolutely. It had nothing to do with us.
Mm-hmm.
It had nothing to do with that.
Now you say we hold on, Cassandra. Hold on, Cassandra. You say we the people now. We are people too now.
No, first of all, you weren't people.
Come on, Cassandra. Come on, Cassandra.
What was it? 3/5 of a human being?
Yes,
you weren't even people.
Yes.
So it definitely was not talking about you. And that's something that we have to realize. A lot of the documents that were written were not about us. There were a few that were trying to be inclusive of us, but they were not talking about us. So all of this, all of these documents and songs that we sing, they did not mean Black people. And there have been, listen guys, I'm not saying there have not been changes in this country, but for the most part, you have a lot of people that still have the same mentality that this land is your land, this land is my land, the green mountain. That's not us.
Cassandra singing, y'all.
They weren't including us in that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
But now I can't, man, because I ain't gonna say nothing else. Because just know that it was not inclusive of most people of color. It wasn't even inclusive of the indigenous people who were here when they got here.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even include them.
Wow.
I don't, you know.
Wow. Come on. Let's talk about Way Out Wednesday. Let's talk about it.
I'm just shocked that and please guys understand. I'm not saying that we stay in the mentality of I'm not talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about. But let's at least be realistic and realize that all of these advantages that have been talked about, they never meant it for you.
Mm-hmm.
They never meant it for you.
Mm-hmm.
It just never meant it for you.
Wow.
That's all.
Wow. Badger, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. The day we've been given.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're talking about we the people of the United States of America in order to form a more perfect union. What did that mean during that time? Was it all inclusive? And is it the same still to today? Does it mean?
I mean, no, it didn't mean the same thing then as it does now.
Why not? Same words.
What do you mean same words?
The words has not changed. Same words.
That can be debated.
So you think they changed it?
Definitions change.
Mm-hmm. But are they the same words?
Back then.
No. What they wrote back then and today, are they the same words?
The same words, yes.
Okay.
The meaning has changed.
Okay. Explain that to me.
No. There's, whenever looking at anything that's historic, there's going to be a lot of things that ain't cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's pretty raunchy. I'm trying not to use no bad words, all right?
Okay, I got you.
Because it is correct in the Declaration of Independence, the one that they sent over to Britain, did not considered my people savages.
Mm-hmm.
You know, But that was honestly a lack of understanding and a lack of culture, and that stuff still happens today. Just with the average person, don't even have to be from a different race. It's just the unwillingness to communicate or to learn how to communicate and get along. So what it represents is an amazing idea.
Yes.
How I feel or how I have perceived people use it, that's a whole nother matter. Some people's freedom is wanting free labor. Wanting every resource on the planet. And so on and so on. But those, evil people are evil people. I've had to literally teach myself and ask for guidance and then accept the word to be able to go forward. There are going to be people that's going to treat me horribly, do bad things to me and other people until we decide to kill them all on the spot. The really severe punishments, cutting off hands, tongues, body parts, things like that of, hey, if you steal, this happens, da-da-da-da-da. We don't do that anymore, do we?
Sounds savage to me.
Oh. Sound like there was a massive difference on how many thieves back then versus how many thieves we have now. Because now you get called as a thief, you just get to go sit down, eat, and spend a few bit of time, and you're out.
So you think that form or method was more effective?
Me? Yeah.
Okay.
As long as it's not abused.
How do you not? 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Annie from Mississippi. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Great morning. God morning to everybody.
And this is Way Out Wednesday, and we're talking about we the people of the United States of America, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, and so on. What does that mean then, and what does it mean now? Has it changed, and was it all inclusive? When it was written, was it inclusive?
When it was written, I don't think it may have been neat to include everybody, justice and equality for everybody. I think down through the years, as time passed, we made 2 or 3 steps forward. Justice was beginning to feel not really balanced, but better than what it was. However, with the last administration that y'all put in here, I think we took 3 steps forward.
Wow, that y'all put in there. Now, who is this y'all you talking about, Annie?
Yep. I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say no name because you'll mute my phone if I say what I want to say right here.
Oh, okay, I was just checking. I ain't know who that y'all was you talking about. I heard you say y'all. Let me go.
The people who didn't vote, that's for y'all. The people who say my vote don't matter, that's for y'all. The people that say I don't want a female over me, that's for y'all. The people that say I don't want a black woman over me, that's for y'all right there. Y'all say a woman would be too emotional, but instead we got what we have up there, Frank. We was not no name calling this morning.
You trying to say a Jack Donkey? Okay. Frank.
Emotional.
Old Jack Donkey. Frank, talk to me, brother. Oh, go ahead, Finish your thought, Eddie.
Yeah. I mean, they said women will be too touchy, a woman too emotional, women are too emotional. But what we got out there now is that an emotional individual? Is that a person that can't stand to hear the truth? Is that a person that can't stand a reality, that live in a world where only he exists? Is that a person that tells you, this person tells you that the economy is fine? This person tells you that we got the most booming economy, boomest economy in the world. We're the greatest nation in the world. But the grocery store say different. The gas station say different. Your money, the cost of living say different. So I'm trying to figure out who's really living in reality here.
So, are you trying to say that man is like a woman? Don't answer that question. Let me go to Frank. Frank, talk to me, brother. We the
Dan,
people.
let me swing back to you. I got to deal with Dan. Raheem, let me swing back to you. I got to deal with something.
Okay, I got you.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. Let me go to Tucson. Tucson, you've been quiet too long, brother. Talk to me.
Can you hear me right here?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
I'm gonna do like Cassandra. And they say boominess.
Okay.
And you can say boominess. I said the boominess.
She can't eat his head. There you go. Tucson, we the people. We the people of the United States of America, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. Such eloquent words. What do they mean, though?
We the people.
Yeah, such eloquent words.
Of the United States of America.
Yes.
Okay. Do you realize at that particular time, just because you were free, that don't mean that you are a citizen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You weren't a citizen. If you was a female, you wasn't. You was a Caucasian male. Check it out. There were certain people that were citizens of the United States of America. Everybody else, even though they was in the country, that did not give them citizenship. Did I say something wrong?
Keep talking. Keep talking.
So if we the people, or certain people, it's harder to form a perfect reunion within the confines of those people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is exempt because you don't qualify to be the people.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't pertain to you.
Wow.
You don't give citizenship to cattle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where you get it. I don't know where some people get their thinking from. And I'm not too smart. But I can read between the lines.
Yes.
When it says what it says, it's a beautiful document, but it still don't pertain to you.
Mm-hmm.
The intentions are for those that qualify.
Yeah.
And if you don't qualify, then when I get on the sidewalk and you see me coming, don't look me in the eye. Get off the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I went off the deep end. I'm sorry, Cassandra. I went off the deep end. Let me come back to the light. Come back to the light, Caroline. But Raheem, what year was that written?
Ooh.
And if you look at what year it was written and who was defined as American citizens, then it would probably be more clear to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Leonard, talk to me, brother.
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Leonard,
Look, I had to get myself
to get the phone because, as you could check out that picture I sent you, I was unhooking a fish.
Okay. Okay.
But fishing, and I had to throw a fish back.
Had to take him off the hook.
What do they do crickets for?
But people have to understand it, how it came about. And like, I love the way Toussaint talks about it because he's from a place and he's old enough to remember. There are some people on this line that remember colored facilities and whites owned facilities. So we're not making this up. That's why you need to go back and learn. That's why we need to teach it. And even when we're talking about the Bible, when we're talking, I always try to get people to realize, don't put yourself in these situations. You need to understand the context and what was going on at that time, the culture of the people, who was in charge then, what was the living structure like, where did they live, what did they have access to. So still give them who they were. You sit here and you have a different opinion because guess what? You got a whole Bible. Them folks didn't have no Bible. He said, I wish I would have did it. You would have just looked at Jesus. Yeah, he got a lot of power. I'm going to hang out with him for a little while because he be giving away free stuff. But I tell you what, a lot of folks just thought, yeah, they got him too. Next, they seen him hanging on that cross. Yeah, that's kind of what they do to him after a while. Power or not. Oh, that works. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all it was blessed enough to be walking around and becoming of age when Martin Luther King was killed. I hadn't even got here yet. And I imagine and I think about, and when you talk to people about not just the respect, but the love they had for that man. So when he died, so many other people's hopes and dreams died with him. They had to shut things down. People was getting ready to destroy whole cities because of that man.
Yep.
And then here I come along to benefit off of the work of all these people because I'm a 70s baby. And if you notice, 70s is when the gates just bust wide open and you had access to education. People were about teaching you and giving you Sesame Street. People don't understand. Sesame Street wasn't just a cartoon or nothing like that. That was an actual 501c3 organization to teach people how to get along in an integrated world. They didn't have that if you was a 50s baby. That's different. So we have to understand what those people went through and how we got here. Like if people will say, well, I can't see a difference. You know, you can't see nothing because you only see today. You remember, like, we the people. You wasn't people then.
Yeah.
And then when they gave you 3/5, they wouldn't give you a whole person. And the only reason they got you 3/5 is so they could count you in order to seat in the seats of power to get more power. They had to abolish slavery first. It just didn't go away. Civil War, you talk about Civil War and things, go learn about the Civil War and why it was being fought and who was fighting it and who was in charge.
And Leonard.
And then you can still see, and go ahead.
And historically, and I want to deal with something here. Historically, they say Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. Was it by choice? Was it because he was just a great guy?
I wouldn't say he was just a great guy, but he wanted to win.
Yes, there you go.
And
That
the best
part.
way to winning is offer freedom to
that part.
slaves that could make it to the north to fight in that army.
That part right there. Yep.
People have to understand that was the context. Don't know. Get this out of your head that somebody got to love you. If that is the preface to everything you think, you're gonna fail. You're gonna feel stupid because it's not going to work. It does not fit into what has already happened. Love had nothing to do with it at all.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to understand it. You have to go back and learn that.
Don't just make it up, because the truth is there of the matter. People had differences of opinion. There were folks that did not have slaves.
Yep.
Because they couldn't afford them. But they
Exactly.
didn't. They didn't want them. They didn't stand up and say slavery was inhuman. They didn't say, you know what, that's wrong. They couldn't afford slaves.
They didn't have enough money. Didn't have
But
enough
if you
money.
could catch one, you could force him to do like Tucson said. Oh yeah, things had changed a little bit, but if you see me coming down the street, guess what you better do? You better cross the street.
Yeah. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Y'all give us a call. Let's talk about this thing, man. We got a lot going on today. We're talking a lot of history. I love this. We're talking about a lot of history. And I gotta bring this history. There's a person on here that loves history. Watch this. Well up! Let me say it
Good morning,
again.
Raheem.
Well up!
Good morning, Flo.
Hi.
Good morning.
How you doing this morning?
I'm feeling real good this morning, Raheem. Thank you for asking.
Absolutely.
Good morning, Frank.
Oh, he had to
Good
step.
morning.
He had to step away for a second. He'll be right back in a minute. You know, he would have said something by now.
Okay.
Yeah, he had to step away. But listen, we're talking about we the people of the United States of America, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. Such eloquent words. And you know the rest of it. We ain't gonna read the whole thing, but you know the rest of it. I'm asking the question: does those words mean the same when it was written as it do today? And are they were those words inclusive of everybody? Did it include everybody when it was written?
Yeah, I think we talked about this before. First of all, somebody got their phone. It's not on me.
Okay.
But anyway, you know, I talked about that statement when you were talking about it. And Raheem, we the people. I mean, a lot of people can make up a lot of stuff. You know, even today, you know, you could take that from then to now. And you're talking about a bunch of flawed people trying to form something perfect and saying it and actually putting a what they call it, a vision out there or whatever they might call it. But the way I think of it is, you know, I mean, Trump came in saying he wants to make America great again. So people could say a lot of things out their mouths, but the action shows something totally different. I mean, Leonard definitely talked about love and what love should look like, what love should look like, and it doesn't. It doesn't look like it through our actions, the way we treat each other. Because the way we treat each other was the greatest commandment that God ever gave us.
Yep.
He said to love one another because I love you. He also talked about the freedom, the liberty as humans that we should have. Well, first of all, we had it from the beginning. That Adam gave it and turned it over to the wicked one. He had it from the beginning. Because when we think about the slavery, and I think about the history, because during that time I was going to a predominantly black school. My father was definitely involved in the political arena, should I say, during that time. And our culture versus another culture was being taught differently. So they fought for us to get on the bus to be transferred to another culture school. I would like to say another culture school. And the funny thing about it was when we got off those buses, there were 2 busloads of kids being transferred up north. And do you know that the parents were actually throwing eggs at us? The parents were throwing eggs at kids. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
You know, we're coming into a different environment. We're little, but I had to be about maybe 11, 12 years old back then, and I didn't understand what was, you know, a kid. You don't know.
How afraid were you, Willa? How afraid were you?
Calling us dick.
How afraid were you?
Man, it was frightening. It was very frightening. You know, but the police, they were out there, but okay, they were out there. you know, they still allowed them to throw eggs and stuff at us.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, when we got into the school, and I remember how the kids was treating us, you know, and that's how I know hatred is taught. It's taught.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that to make a long story short because, you know, I went to that school all the way to 7th grade. And by the time we got to 7th grade, them little kids had a totally different attitude. And I don't believe it was because of their parents. I believe it was because we showed them different.
Mm-hmm.
We showed them differently.
Yeah.
I did have one incident now. I got to tell you. We was doing recess time, and I remember
You fought somebody, Willa. Willa, you fought somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, Willa.
Let me tell you, Ryan, let me tell you what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he called me up my name.
Yeah, yeah.
Called me a nigga.
Mm.
And so this was during recess time. And so when she did that, you know, it just brought anger within me. And we fought. It wasn't no fight, but anyway, we both was suspended and the parents came up to school and stuff like that. And my father said, you know, he talked up about, you know, why, first of all, was she calling me all out my name. But anyway, to make a long story short, by the time I'm getting ready to get out of 7th grade, me and this young lady had became friends, Romaine and Jennifer. I remember them real good. So all I'm saying is that hatred is something that's taught, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's taught.
Yeah.
We're not born with hatred. You know, it's because our environment. And for them little kids, and I remember because I was still in that school when Martin Luther King passed away. But he died.
Mm-hmm.
And when he died, I remember this boy named Charles. He took a plant. It was on the windowsill. And he dropped it on the ground because the teacher had went out. And it cracked. And he said, there goes Martin Luther King.
Mm.
You know, to me, you know, I didn't really know of Martin Luther King. So to me, it wasn't a big deal. You know, when he did that. But a lot of the kids laughed when he did that.
Mm.
I remember that. And they hurried up and got us off that school that day. When
Wow.
Martin Luther King had got assassinated. So there were so many things during that time that was going on. We did learn. I mean, they burnt down Roosevelt. You know, I couldn't understand. We burned down our own neighborhoods and all that other stuff. You know, it was pretty. It was, you know, and we still to this day trying to build it back up.
Yeah.
I just want to share that a little bit with the history that I know with the morning ground.
That's good. That's good. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And you said still to this day, y'all still trying to build it back up to where it was. And that was years and years ago.
Yeah.
That was like 1969, if I'm not mistaken.
All of those,
Yeah.
yeah, all of those about. Yeah, they still trying to build it back up.
Wow. Over 50 years.
Yeah.
Over 50 years.
Still trying to build it back up.
Wow. Wow. And Will, I'm gonna say one more thing to you. I'm gonna go to somebody else. Now you say it wasn't much of a fight. Or am I hearing you say you beat the brakes off that girl?
Oh, it wasn't much of a fight. All she did was got the word out.
Lord have mercy. Lord.
That's all she did was got the word out. They can say that to no other black person.
Hey, Cassandra, what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do with Will out there fighting like that, and way on back when? What we're gonna do with?
No, I'm not gonna say anything because Willa, I think you should know this. I would have been in the same shoe. They would have put me out. Put me out of school too.
So
yeah, no,
that
wasn't gonna work.
So Tucson, what I'm hearing you say, we got two troublemakers on our hands.
No, the old person. No,
Willa is not a troublemaker. No, Willa, I'm a troublemaker. Willa is not a troublemaker.
I meant back then.
Put her over here in this category with me.
Tucson, what are you hearing, Tucson? Tucson, wake up and go to sleep. Wake up and go to sleep. Captain Leonard.
What you say?
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, I said wake up. You got Willa, and Cassandra back in those days fighting people in 7th grade, and they around here fighting people. Do we have 2 troublemakers, man?
Well, no, but they didn't business. I can tell you. I met Miss Willa. Miss Willa's shorter than me, but you better not swing on me. And I can tell you right now, Miss Cassandra will eat you up. You're going to have to call the police.
Uh-oh. Got to call the police.
You're going to have to call the police.
Mm.
Just as loving as she is,
yeah,
make her mad. I can tell that about her.
She got something in her.
She mean what she says.
Mm-hmm. Tucson, what do you say to that?
You're gonna say swing.
Oh Lord. Well, y'all just
That's different from swinging it.
Yeah, that's a different level.
When you swing at somebody, you mean them brutally hard.
Yeah. Tucson.
Cassandra fights you now.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Now listen, the day is way out Wednesday. Oh, and let me tell y'all something, man. Crisco over there, you know I'm talking about. Crisco try to sneak it by us, y'all, but y'all know that in 2 days, and not 2 days, tomorrow's Thursday. It's the 3rd Thursday of the month, and our very own Donald Toussaint will be bringing the word. So if y'all are available, make sure y'all tune in at 6 o'clock tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. Toussaint, is bringing forth the word. 3rd Thursday of the month. 3rd Thursday of the month. Toussaint, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I get, huh? That's all I get. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Back, huh?
I mean, it's just you say. My dad used to tell me, keep from catching up. But hey, let me tell you what's up. My dad used to do. He would be sitting there, and we told my dad, I've been calling into the ministry. So Dad we used to be with his robe on in the pulpit. He's sitting there. We sitting there silent, waiting for a message. We be waiting for a message, and they singing and clapping their hands, and then they sing the hymn of preparation. Amazing grace, and then they say, praise God, and Dad say, you preaching.
Good Lord. Just like that.
If you wasn't ready, you was in. So if you wasn't ready, you was in trouble.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he had this thing. He says, you mean to tell me you gonna say that the Lord called you? I ain't called you. He said, and he got 66 books, and you ain't got nothing to say. What? I said, and then he would say, I know God's smarter than me. And if you ain't got nothing to say, I wouldn't call you.
Lord have mercy. Look, Badger.
Yes, sir.
You quiet over there, brother. Talk to me. What's on your heart?
I've been listening a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's the history throughout America is covered in blood.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people that want people to forget about it.
Yeah.
But one of the things about history is it's an amazing tool to learn what not to do again.
Mm-hmm.
And to learn things that can work and how to implement them in the modern day. I mean, it's such a anger-fueled history.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it ain't even been 100 years. It's only been 50 and 60 years that people's earned citizenship. Indigenous people of America are able to practice. We're able to practice our traditions.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was illegal until I think 86, 87.
Wow. Not too long ago.
Not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was, yeah, it's about 40 years ago because I turned 40 next month.
Yep.
So, and it just goes to show that over time things can change. It's just some things take time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a disgrace to try to erase it.
Mm-hmm.
And not use it as a tool to make sure we don't repeat it.
Yeah. That's good.
It's so that's why, like, the ideology of it is phenomenal. But no, not everyone was included in it. And that's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
All these we wouldn't have needed a Martin Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't need AIM. We would, you know, we wouldn't need to do all these movements if there wasn't issues going on.
Okay.
And we still do today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so in some ways, it seems like we're going in reverse. And it's, and the sad part for me is not only is religion being used as a weapon, like it was back then, their religion being them using it as a weapon. But it's everyone. Most of them are so focused on money that the health of another person doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of factors in looking at things in a deeper way of why they would want to erase the history, why they don't want kids to know what exactly the Declaration of Independence said and how it's changed from then to now. And the changes to the Constitution due to fulfilling what that was supposed to be in the beginning.
You stopped abruptly on me, brother. You stopped abruptly. Okay.
Well, it's as people have come to know me, I weigh my words a lot. I don't like being unfiltered.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of what I'm saying, some people would say it's taboo to even talk about. I mean, even when we have conversations on biblical text, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are some folks that if they don't like what you say, they'll try to censor you.
Wow.
So it's kind of like this learned behavior that needs to be unlearned. And the problem is folks don't want to admit when they have to unlearn something.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. And we're gonna switch up a little bit. And before I do that, I got my book on the screen here. Let me see. Make sure y'all can see it. There you go. Make sure y'all can see it. Everybody can see it. Can you see it? I'm trying to position it. Okay, but this is what it is. The name of it is Untrust. Sometimes this is my second novel, Untrust. Sometimes it is better to stand alone. And it's an amazing story that I would love you to have you all support on it. If you have an opportunity, you can actually send. It's $12. That includes your shipping and everything. But you send it to $DKM Radio. $12. We'd love to have your support. Get a copy of this book today and tell me what you think about it. You're gonna love the story. I wrote this one a couple of years ago. I also have my first novel. I'm not pushing that one as much right now. This is the one that I'm pushing right now. So If you don't mind supporting, it's $12. That does include your shipping and handling. Go to $DKM Radio, and on that you can put it in, you have to put in your name and all that stuff and where you want me to send it to, and I will send you an autographed copy of Untrust. Sometimes it is better to stand alone. Cassandra, what's on your heart? It's Way Out Wednesday, Cassandra. What's on your heart? Cassandra?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Donald.
No. What's on your heart, Cassandra? The Way Out Wednesday. What topic you want to talk about this morning?
I don't want. Oh, I sound like a wet horse when I talk about these subjects.
She said a wet horse.
I don't know. I thought I heard that somewhere.
A wet
I
horse.
thought I heard that somewhere. I don't know what it means.
We all just heard it.
No, but we talk about it casually, and some of the things that are happening right now. But I just want to make this personal. As we're talking about the freedoms and the things that are happening in this country, I want you guys to know that there is a serious issue with health care for everybody, but especially for seniors. There have been cuts to the health care plan because of y'all's president that is causing serious health consequences to people like myself. A medication that I take, and I'm supposed to have it every 2 weeks, the injection every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, I start having serious consequences. Well, I got a call from my pharmacy that says that the insurance company says that they're not covering that medication anymore, along with a whole bunch of other medications. And these medications are, let's just say, life and death for myself and other people. Mm-hmm. So now because I should have had the shot last week, and I haven't had it, and I've already started seeing some of the effects. And of course, guys, I know prayer. I mean, that's who I am. So prayer was one of the first things I did, but I'm just saying, there are people's lives that are at risk while these people are playing God.
Yeah.
And making decisions to cut programs that actually affect people's lives. See, if you're a multimillionaire or a billionaire, you don't care about somebody, whether they get their medication, whether a child has food. You don't care anything about that.
Yeah.
That is beyond even your comprehension. That's why they don't want us to talk about slavery and all this other stuff, because it reminds them of how wicked that stuff is. And now we are in a period again where medications are being taken away, food for children have been taken away, food for children and families that are in need. And people are acting like kum ya kum sa whatever. Like, it's all good. But it's not all good. And I'm going to proclaim it from the mountaintop. I'm actually calling people, legislators and other people, we need to do something because people's lives are now in danger.
Exactly.
Including mine.
And I got to be silly for a second, man. Every now and then I got to be silly. And I'm gonna go back a couple of pages. Badger, you there?
Yes, sir.
Badger, I'm gonna ask you a question. And I want you to tell me who is this person, man? Who is Martin Luther King?
Oh man, an amazing human being that saw a need.
You're missing what I'm saying to you, Badger. I understand where you're going.
He's making fun of you, Badger.
What do you mean?
He's making fun of you, Badger.
Badger, I say I gotta be. I say I gotta be silly. I say I'm gonna be silly
What
now.
y'all say he called him?
Martha
What you say
Luther,
he called him right here?
Martha Luther King. Ain't that what he said? No. Ain't that what he said? Did I hear it right now?
Are you making fun of my retard?
No.
I didn't catch
I'm picking
it.
up my brother.
I didn't catch it. I must have not been paying.
What's his name? What's his name, Badger? What's his name, Badger? What's his name?
I thought it was Martin Luther King, ain't it?
That ain't what you said though. That ain't what you, in the course of your conversation. I want you to go back and listen at 3 o'clock. You didn't say that, Badger. You say and people like Martha Luther King. I said, good Lord, Martha.
I'm surprised I didn't hear too, because if I'd have heard it, I would have. Well, who is she?
No, y'all go back and Badger. I'm picking up my brother. Don't you take this thing. I'm just picking at your brother.
Man,
But listen, yeah, but hey, Cassandra.
This wasn't a Christian show. I'd let you know how I feel right now.
I know you would, brother. I know you would. Hey, Cassandra, did you hear it though, Cassandra? Am I the only one that heard that?
All I know is I heard Frank say respectful.
Oh Lord. Everybody got their little
I'm
word.
going back to that.
Okay, all right. But yeah, Badger, you said and in the words of the great Martha Luther King, I said, oh Lord, Martin Luther King got a sister. I didn't know he had a sister. Leonard talk, Badger, don't you pay us no attention, brother. Leonard, talk to me, brother.
That's easy.
Oh, see, there you go. Okay, the little jab. I see your little jab you threw. I see your little jab you threw in there. Okay, all right. Go ahead.
You can tell I missed it because I'm still laughing. I completely missed
Yeah.
it the first time. But when he slowed down, he said it right there.
Yeah, when he slowed down, he got it right.
He didn't hear himself say Martha. That's what it sounded like when you said it.
Leonard, you ain't helping, man. You ain't helping.
Go ahead, Raheem.
Nah.
What did you want to ask me?
No. This is Way Out Wednesday, brother. What you want to talk about this morning?
I think I wanted to share a experience I had because I've been doing voter registration for quite some time, and always talked about voting and taught, done lectures on it and things of this nature. I would have the opportunity. I was doing a drive here at Atlanta Metro College right over there, right? And I got an opportunity to register a man who had just became a citizen, and it was going to be his first election. And when I thought about the process that took, why that person would have done it, and my part in being so interested in I'm doing voter registration, it has a lot to do with the underlying message, I believe, for decent America. It's different here than in other places. And you can't lose focus of the fact that it was not just handed to you. People have fought and died about this. So that's why you ought to understand how important it is as a citizen of this place that you go vote. Of course, I watch elections and help people with campaigns and things. And when you look at these margins, man, there's probably 1,000 people listening that ain't just sitting on the couch talking about how bad it is. That 1,000 people could elect their own mayor.
Yeah.
That's just 1,000 in a lot of places. So I want people to, if you don't do anything else, because it's so horrible right now, get acquainted with why people have to fight, and the fight will never be over. And that's why you have to continue to do it. That's why you have to continue to be represented. Everybody want to talk about 3/5, but now you a whole. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? People fought for you to be a whole citizen.
So basically, what you're saying, Leonard, don't be no whole fool and not vote.
I'm just saying that's the only thing. I mean, it makes no sense to call yourself a citizen if you don't vote.
Mm-hmm.
Citizenship is different when you go other places.
Mm-hmm.
You know how important it was in Rome to be a citizen?
Mm.
A citizen of Rome, you could say that and automatically a whole different process would begin to take place just because you were a citizen of Rome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let's not lose sight, really, of democracy, especially the wannabe preacher, teacher, whoever wants the microphone. Say something that makes some sense if you get a platform and an opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
I know we like to enjoy ourselves or what have you, but at some point you got to be serious about the living that's going on and what's going on with other people who don't have as much as you have. So I get a chance to register a guy to vote that my people fought and died that he would have that right to do that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's good. That's good. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. And you're asking about the it's a Cash App. It's a $ DKM Radio. D Dirty K Knees M Ministry Radio. $ DKM Radio. And it's $12. And I'll send you a signed copy. And that does include your shipping. So you know the shipping is included in that. So really, it's not gonna cost you $12, but you gotta pay. You know, you gotta take the money out of that and pay for your shipping and all that. Yeah, you know, don't worry about that. Just I'll go ahead and order a few of them. They make great gifts too. They make great gifts. Okay, Tucson. Welcome back, sir.
Yes, sir.
Way out,
Thank you.
way out
Thank
Wednesday.
you.
Yes, sir. Way out Wednesday. What you want to talk about?
Well, let me put me kind of on the spot.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did.
I'm grateful for the opportunity, Raheem, that you are allowed me on tomorrow evening. But Leonard says if you get a platform to say anything, especially if you're a preacher, teacher, would say something that means something. It don't make sense. So
he pulled your whole card, didn't he? Pulled your whole card. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad of that. So, Raheem, I think I'm going along with what Leonard said. Because so now the fight has been fought, and we have gained some ground. It appears.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, if you fight to get something, you know you don't have to fight to keep it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can't just go away and think Pharaoh is not going to chase you.
Mm-hmm.
And then so happens that if you are given the opportunity to be free from bondage and heading towards the promised land, do you know that there are people in the land? And don't you dare get there and say, we are like grasshoppers, because there's giants in the land. Probably gonna have to get like Joshua and Caleb and say, we are well able.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just get it and celebrate at the seaside with your tamarines and rejoice.
Mm-hmm.
Because later on, you see the people crying because it seems like we brought out here to die.
Mm.
And then say, we were better off in Egypt. Come on now, stop it. Stop it.
Mm.
Raheem said, I mean, not Raheem, but Leonard said something else. He said it was important when a person said he was from Rome. And I think Paul had that thing, Saul, Paul. And when they had him in prison and they beat him because he was preaching the gospel, and they had him in prison and they were supposed to be doing some more to him. And he said, hold up, I'm a Roman citizen. Wait a minute. You going out there. He said, no, I'm not going to go out. You brought me here. You have to take me out.
Preach these guys.
That's something for him to be a citizen. And so here's the thing now. We are people that have come somewhere and obtained some things, and we've fought for some things. But now we are in our leisure, and we just think we can just go along and get along. And people have seen that. And they say, you ungrateful, circumcised. Anyway, our ungratefulness will get us in trouble.
Exactly.
Because now we have conformed when we weren't supposed to conform. To be, you remember when, and I'm gonna have to stop talking because I remember at one point what they saw is that instead of the Afro, they used to call them Afro-Americans because they had this hair, but some of them wasn't satisfied with it, so they put some process and they start processing their hair so they can look like them.
Their conch. With their conch.
Yeah, I had a guy in school. I had a guy in school, and they say, "Man, what you got in your head?" He say, "Mr. Puff." Y'all remember Mr. Puff?
I don't remember no Mr. Puff now. I don't remember no Mr. Puff now. You got me by a few there, brother. You got me by a few. I hadn't come around then.
You out your hair and it would make it fluffy. Yeah, it was fluffy, and and he was dark skinned, and he had straight puffy hair. And somebody said, "You look like a Mr. Puff."
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Anyway.
Well, let me say it again. Well, the day is way out Wednesday. Willow, what you want to talk about? We're going around today.
Well, I was listening to what we were talking about the history earlier. Religion, slavery. And some of us don't actually know how it felt to be in slavery. My pastor talked about it all the time, how he used to have to pick cotton. I never.
Neither.
But have I felt that slavery mentality? And I'm going to say yeah. And the reason I say that is because we don't even think about it or realize. Sometimes we allow ourselves to be put back into slavery. See, some people think that slavery is someone that's putting you in a place and allowing you to work for them for free without paying them. But I think about the slavery that we put ourselves in. I think about how we put ourselves in debt. Debt is a form of slavery.
Yes, it is.
Because we sometimes it's physical because we stress out about it. But then we don't think about it because we're stressing if we didn't put ourselves back in slavery. A lot of times God brings us out of something that bonds us. And many times we'll never do that again. And we wind up doing it again. I think about even that with relationships. How sometimes we become a bum magnet, or how we become a magnet to something that doesn't bring joy to our life. But we got to control. But we still allow that form of slavery to enslave us.
Mm-hmm.
We think about it, but we don't think about it that way. But we say, man, slavery was a bad thing. We don't take the time to realize sometimes we do the same thing, still a form of slavery.
Mm-hmm.
If something takes away your freedom.
Yep.
And that's what we do sometimes, Ronnie, with people. We enslave ourselves. Somebody told you, don't go buy that car knowing you can't afford it. Now you're enslaved to the car payment. Every month you got to make it, or they're going to take it back.
You're going to take it
You're
back.
going to lose all the money that you can already put in it. You don't look at that as slavery.
Yeah.
But it's slavery.
It sure is.
And what about some cigarettes we smoke?
Mm.
Go from $5 to $10. Gotta have it. Hold on, I gotta go quick. I gotta get my cigarette quick.
Yeah.
We enslave ourselves. So I just wanted to put it out there. Sometimes we need to examine our lives and meditate on our lives on a daily basis and see what's not working for us. We got the plan of our life all planned out. And I'll be following it.
And Willa, you know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy, Willa? Back in the day, I used to hear people say, on the weekend or Friday and stuff, they talk to them on Sunday or Monday. Say, what you doing over the weekend? And they use a different word than I'm about to use right now, but you know what I'm saying. Man, we got messed up over the weekend. What's the word met? They said, we got met. And so the concentration on what they're saying, you're sitting here telling me that you got messed up, and again, they don't say messed up. They say the other thing, language that we don't use on here. But think about the psyche of that though. You sitting here telling people that you got messed up, and you sat there and continue to consume until you passed out or whatever you did. People do different things when they drink too much, or they smoke too much or whatever. But the verb, man, I got messed up over the weekend, man. And you celebrating it, man. Boy, we got messed up over the weekend. Well, what is that to celebrate?
Yeah. Well, for them, they either might be trying to impress somebody, or they really enjoy what they're doing. When you said that, Raheem, I thought about even our court system. Our court system, when they judge people, they'll give them a small amount of time where they'll let them out. And you know what they say in their mindset?
What's that?
Oh, they'll be back.
Oh yeah.
They'll be back.
Exactly.
Because they see that mentality. They see how sometimes as people, first of all, we already know I don't know if we know we're flawless. That we're a person that got a lot of faults. The flaws that we need to be corrected. They'll say, that's okay. Give them bond. Because in their mindset, they're going to say, oh, I know they're going to mess it up anyway. That's the way some judges think about us.
Yep.
So I just wanted to share that sometimes we need to just stop driving 80 or 90 on the expressway of our lives and slow down and think about what we want to do with our lives.
Exactly.
I just wanted to put that out there. Slavery ain't no different. The slave that we hated.
Exactly.
We put ourselves in it.
And Willa, let me say, hold on, let me make sure I'm speaking right. Yeah, I think somebody's back now, Willa. You might want to say hello.
Hey, Frank.
Good morning, my sister.
She said you was out of position.
Hey, Frank.
She said something about when she come on here and she said, good morning, Frank, you best to be in place to respond. She said you best be in place to respond.
She right. She right. She right. Yeah, I do. She right. I can't fuss with you.
She said, let it happen again.
Can I piggyback on something that Willa said?
Yep, go ahead.
By me breeding dogs for years and years and years, And most of them were big dogs but every once in a while you would get somebody that would get a dog and they couldn't take care of it. Either financially or, a family member said, man, you need to get that dog up. And a person will call me and they say, man, can you come get this dog and find him a good home? And I said, yeah, man, I got you. I'll be there today. I'll come get the dog. And there's a lot of people's houses that I would arrive to, and they had a dog in the kennel. And I'd ask them, hey, is this dog, aggressive? Oh, no, Frank, he ain't aggressive. All right, now,
Yeah.
don't tell me that he ain't aggressive, and we let him out the kennel, and then I got a problem. No, man, he ain't aggressive. Man, the thing that used to break my heart is that I would open the kennel, and the dog would be afraid to come out.
Mm.
He would walk up to the door and walk back and just sit down. And I would have to sit outside of the kennel and just wait. Just sit there and wait. He'd normally put his head out for a minute. And I'd have to say, it's okay, boy. Come on, man. It's all right. And then on his terms, he would eventually walk out of the kennel. And I say, you ready to go home? He'd look at me and then he'd walk over and let me rub him. And then we on our way.
Mm-hmm.
And that dog had to be treated a certain way for a while before he was just stable.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us are unstable, man.
Yeah.
We have enslaved ourselves. We have convinced ourselves that we're still in bondage. You can't do this. I can do whatever I want to do. I can do whatever I want to do or die trying. And you can't convince me that I can. You're not going to have me in an invisible cage thinking that I'm still in bondage.
Mm-hmm.
So, the best ways to make sure that you don't find yourself in bondage, and this is something that whenever I get an opportunity to talk to young people, I try to tell them, educate yourself. Educate yourself. And then any and everybody can't tell you any and everything. Educate yourself. Secondly, take care of your finances.
Mm-hmm.
When you have no control over, if it's $12, have control over that $12. Because it's really not how much money you get, it's how you take care of the money you get.
Mm-hmm. True.
All of us have had hundreds of thousands of dollars go through our hands. What have we done with it? I'm going to say this and I'm going to shut up. I was at a event for my son's, it was a banquet where they were honoring some of the athletes when he was in middle school. And I saw my wife talking to this lady, and she came over to me and she said, Frank, we got to help her. I said, what's going on? She said she's homeless and they haven't eaten in a couple of days. I said, okay, well, we're going to definitely get them a meal. And then I'm going to call some people and see what I can do, to get them, some shelter. And if not, then they'll have to come stay with us for a little while. But then I looked at her son, and this is something that we have to address. He's got on the latest pair of Jordans, and he's talking on the iPhone.
Mm. Mm.
Make it make sense, man.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Make it make sense. That's slavery right now.
Mm.
That's slavery right there. Why do kids under 18, why are they financing phones?
Mm.
Why do they even need phones?
Mm. Well, that's a very good question, and everybody can look at that question a little differently and view it a little differently. But I don't think they, the top of the line difference in iPhone. I don't think they need all that, but they may need a phone based on the time that we're
No,
living
he
in.
had they have the iPhone 14, but the iPhone 16 is out. So I gotta have the iPhone 16.
No.
I gotta have it.
No, they don't have to have.
Why are kids walking around in high school with $1,000 gym shoes? $1,000 gym shoes.
Yeah.
Since I'm still on the phone, I had to get a paper route to get a pair of Chuck Taylors that cost $13.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't get the laces inside. The different color laces? No.
Good deal.
$13, buddy.
Good deal. Let's pull some more people into the comment. Anybody else want to say anything on that before we move on from it? Anybody want to say anything? I heard you over there too. So
Anything.
Well, hey, when I think I was in the 11th grade, and I had to get my own if I wanted it, because Dad wasn't going to give it. Not because they couldn't afford it, because they did well with us, for all of us. Having that many children, they did well with it.
Yeah.
But stuff that we needed, we had. If you just wanted it, you had to get it yourself. So we would pick pecans.
Mm-hmm.
We would bale hay, pick peas and potatoes. We would go to somebody, I don't know where them farms were. I couldn't find them. I don't want to find them now. But it was a thing called work.
Oh yeah.
And you was gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you wasn't gonna lay on the couch. Here's Saturday. Here's our Saturdays. Maybe you have to get up about 7 o'clock or something like that, early in the morning, to watch the cartoons. You had the cartoons, maybe you watch all of them, then you had Soul Train.
Mm.
You watch Soul Train.
Mm-hmm.
And you may stay in the house till Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom come on. But after that, you had to get out of that house.
Yeah.
I don't know what you were going to do. But you wasn't going to sit in the house and, well, I don't know, they might have had Atari or something like that, but we didn't have it. But you wasn't going to sit in there and just lay around. You're going to do something.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely had to work. You ask a kid to go mow the yard, your yard going to be jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
Mow the yard?
Mm.
Mow what?
Mm-hmm.
How you started? Where the button is?
K with E, what you laughing at over there? K with E, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, fine.
Hey,
Laughing off you.
huh?
Laughing at Frank at first when he said they had $1,000 pensions on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these kids today, I don't know. I told my daughter, how my grandson got these things on. I didn't even know how much they cost. Maybe their church did. I
Mm-hmm.
think I got people at church thinking I'm Rockefeller or something.
Mm.
Talking about some shoes he got on. Where did he get them shoes from? He traded on another kid. I said, the parents would let kids trade expensive shoes like this. Well, it's a different thing, y'all. They go in the stores and they're stealing.
Mm.
That's why these kids got $1,000 shoes on their feet. And then the kids just trade them off to another pair of shoes. My grandson had a $200 pair of shoes, and now he got a $900 pair of shoes because he traded them.
Mm. Mm.
Their parents are stealing. It's this girl. She said, I get it from the dirt. I said, you don't get nothing from the dirt because you don't go to work. You're stealing.
Mm-hmm.
That girl, you told her she ain't nothing. She go to work every day. and make her ends meet and take care of her son.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's very active in sports. She's spinning her wheels trying to make ends meet. You a thief.
Mm.
Don't you ever tell nobody you getting it from the dirt. So that ain't called getting it from the dirt, baby.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Our young people is misled. I don't know what's wrong with them. I can tell y'all they still. I said they kids got them shoes on.
But see, okay, I'm gonna say something that may not be very popular, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Way Out Wednesday, we could talk today. We say stuff like that, and we address it. Say the young kids ain't doing nothing. They doing this and they ain't hitting on nothing. Blah blah blah. But I'm gonna tell you something. I think that we have a responsibility in that. I really do, because like I said on here before, a lot of times when we was coming up, the people, the elders to us, wouldn't want standing for certain things, man. Certain things that we want to do that we're gonna step out of line. They're gonna check that real quick. They're gonna check it. Who you? What? Ain't you? Blase blase son? Well, what you doing out here doing that? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? You, get it together. As a matter of fact, and I don't know how they did it, but before you made it home, your mom and them knew. Your mom and everybody in your house knew what you had did.
Mm-hmm.
You might have got jerked up a little bit out there. You know, you might have put that belt on you or something like that to straighten you up and send you home. And you know, as soon as you get home, you get another doggone whooping. You got one coming. You got one coming when you get in that door.
Right.
But see, no, what I'm saying is different now. You better not look at nobody's child and like you're gonna chastise somebody's child in the street now. Man, they might come and try to shoot you, and you only trying to help. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm so different. I had some teenagers over here and they wanted to go play fight. My grandson and his friends.
Yeah.
And I like literally really flipped on them. I really flipped.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't like these young people that's around me. I thank God that I had a fear of God in them because I checked them. Call your mama. I need to talk to your mother because you at Derek's grandma's house and I'm old school.
Mm-hmm.
Derek said, you always talking that back in the day. I said, and you know what? You're going to get your whole grill going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
I called my daughter, you come and get your son. Because at 15, he ain't going to have no grill. And I mean none.
Mm.
His friends came to me and said, Grandma, we apologize. He came to me, he didn't have no choice because I don't play like that. I'm old school.
There you
I'm
go.
going to tell you, your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, you can bring your grandma and your grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been like that all my life. When my kids got into it with other kids, I took them over there and told, where's your mother? Because your mother needs to be addressing this. Because there's no way I go to work and get a phone call. My daughter got to jump, got to fight 2 or 3 people because they can't walk to the store. If y'all want to fight now. Because you ain't going to whoop her. And then I'm going to whoop your mama for not raising you right.
Okay.
They got it together. The mama got it together. The kids got it together. My kids can walk all over Kansas City right now today. They don't have no set. We can't go on 39. We can't go on the project. Wherever you want, it's a free world. I might tell you where you can go with God.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that.
Good deal.
And I stand on that.
Good deal. Good deal. Rico, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Happy to see another day of life. How everybody doing today?
Hey, doing good, doing good. We're talking about the kids and how the young folks today, man. And a lot of times people say that they ain't hitting on nothing, they ain't this and they ain't that. But in my viewpoint, I think that our generation have a lot to do with that. Because like I said, the earlier generation before us would check us, man. They would check us and make sure that we straighten up and stand right. Send us home and we get another doggone whooping. If we got a whooping in the street, we know when we get home we're gonna get another whooping because they done somehow got the word to your house that you out there acting a fool. So Rico, do you think we have some responsibility with the younger generation now, where we didn't do the same thing?
Hey, the song says she get it from my mama.
Yeah.
I think history is said a long time ago, and science, that you are a product of your environment. And so that means you get it from somewhere. You just don't get it out the blue. Somebody introduces this stimuli, of this information, of this ideology, this thought process to you. Some thought processes you will come up on your own, but it's still coming from something that you witness or something that you observe, and you're trying to figure out something in your environment. So imagine trying to figure out how to survive in an environment that's toxic or dysfunctional, or but the only way you can succeed in it is to continue that warped system or that warped process to succeed in it, to get out of it. I give you a prime example: prison. Some people do good in prison, but I don't mean they do good by learning something and being better when they came out. I mean adapting, getting comfortable, becoming conditioned or institutionalized to a system, and then looking at it as a way of life. Not realizing if you get too comfortable, then you ain't gonna be too willing to get out of it.
Yeah.
Because you found some way to be comfortable, and you might like that place. It's better than nothing. At least I'm still alive. So these children, man, they are a product of not only the immediate environment or the environment of the parents or the household that they live in, but the community they live in, the world they wake up to, the things that they're exposed to on the internet, the ways that they see people get successful. Man, I want to be just like him. Everybody adores him. Why they having this free concert for this man that's getting out of prison? All my favorite rappers that I have to pay to go see, why they doing a free concert for this man to get out of prison? Oh man, he was notorious. He made money. He was the biggest drug dealer. Oh, why did LeBron James say, "Welcome home, Big Meech"? Is that what we celebrate? Oh, y'all celebrate people like that? Y'all do free concerts for people who are notorious and stole drugs across the country and caused them? I think I want to be just like him. So that's the environment that he grew up in. Well, bad is being glorified, and wrong is right. And I ain't trying to call Kay out, but what Kay just said a second ago, man, that's a street way of handling stuff. You ain't guaranteed to go over there and whoop that mama. That mama allowed her to come out with that Glock with that switch on it, or get them white ends that she raised up in our house have or whatever. They got it from somewhere. Maybe they got it from their mama. The reason why they whooping on your children like that. I'm calling the police. Oh, look at you, police. You Fabo, you the boys. You a snitch. Something wrong with you for trying to handle business and solve problems the correct way. You call the police on another black man? All of that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
They're being conditioned. That's a way of life, and that for you to make it and be respected in that environment, you might have to embrace some toxic codes, some street codes that really don't benefit anybody logically.
Good deal. Good deal. Let me go to Badger. Badger, what's on your heart, brother? Cassandra, coming to you next.
Oh man, talking about kids nowadays, there is so much involved, from the video games, the schools, the state you live in, and a lot of it does boil down to the home itself. Shoot, and I miss the days where neighbors would get out and do a bunch of stuff. I mean, some areas and in some ways it does happen. But it's like, I think you were the one that mentioned it earlier. It's like you get so concerned about voicing or saying something because worried about getting shot.
Yep.
And the crazy part is I've had a lot of people get upset with me about my views on guns. I have a very strong and passionate view of guns. And it's like the amount of kids I've worked with over the years and families that talk about, kids can't go to teachers and they can't defend themselves. And if the family has set certain rules, like not letting an 8-year-old play Grand Theft Auto, but when they're around a whole bunch of other kids, they're outcasted because the majority's allowed to do all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get bullied and all this other kind of things. And you can't, as far as I am aware, there's not a school that a kid can attend where they won't get in trouble for defending themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So we work hard to raise our kids to, not start a fight. Give a solid foundation, and then when they go out in public, it's so drastically different.
Mm-hmm.
That's a struggle we actually have with our kids. My oldest, he'll ask a parent in a heartbeat, "Why are you letting your little kid play Call of Duty? That's a grown-up game." Or, "Why are you letting your kids have so much sugar?"
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to explain to them that's not socially appropriate. It should be okay that a kid would voice things like that, but not in today's age.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about people being too sensitive and all these types of things and be more accommodating and stuff, but at the same time, there's a line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Oh boy. All right. If we don't want more Trumps, we need to change the way we do things in our local communities.
That's good. Cassandra? Cassandra Alexander Green, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Talk to me.
Yeah, I don't know. We everything is so jacked up right now. I have hope that things are going to change, but right now, I'm just being totally honest. This country is a total mess.
Yeah.
And we have these groups of people saying that, it's all right. We're in the hands of a great leader. He's going to lead us to greatness again. And I just read an article where it's, like I said, Alveda King, Dr. King's sister, I think she's her sister, whatever she is to him, aunt, whatever. But, she's going around saying, how great this man is with all of the trauma that he is causing her community.
Yeah.
I don't get Black people doing it. White people, I understand totally why they're doing it. But how do you get a Black person, a person that sees or should see what is happening to their community under this administration, and you are full force backing him? I'm lost, and I'll probably get to see her. I don't know whether she's going to come, but the King Family Legacy Foundation is presenting some of the clothes of several of the female King members, like Coretta and some of the others, and they're presenting it to my organization.
Wow, that's good.
So I'll probably get to see her, but I would like to see her face to face, because one thing about me, there's nobody that I fear, because I'd like to ask her some blunt questions. She may get me put out, but it'll be some very blunt questions.
Mm-hmm.
How, when your uncle, whatever he is to you, when he died, fighting for freedom for your people, you're supporting a man that's trying to pull all of that away. Somebody explain that to me.
Probably done got paid off. Leonard, talk to me, brother.
Anything particular, Raheem?
Let's talk about what Cassandra just said, man. She's tied into Martin Luther King, but yet and still she's walking around here parading how great Trump is. Does that what sense does that make to you?
Because she's her own person, and she's getting paid to do that.
That's what I just said. She probably got paid off. Yep.
There ain't no problem. That's the source of it. There's a guy that I know. I've known him for a while, and he's been this black Republican ever since we can remember. He's about 60, in his 60s, and he's a very cool guy. We talk all the time. But as soon as they handed him that money, he sold every last one of them out. He got his own radio show, and all he does is support the Republican Party.
Wow.
But when he talks to you, he want to get all the community events, brother this, brother that. But as soon as he got that platform, he went right over there with him.
Sad, brother. Sad.
You know, we had one guy, he got a bad name for himself. We have all these unjustified shootings by police, and he takes advantage of the RIDE program. And most of you all should know your police department and your local enforcement agency have programs where you can come and see what it's like to be a cop for a day, to see what cops go through or what have you.
Yeah.
And this particular individual, after this shooting, went through that, and then he's gonna say, "Oh, now I could understand how a police officer can make a mistake." So you don't even get to come to the meeting no more.
Exactly.
You don't even get to speak. No, you don't have the free will to speak at the meeting on behalf of this brotherhood anymore.
Exactly.
Because you've shown your face. All folk kinfolk ain't kinfolk. That's why I don't focus on color when it comes to a lot of things.
Exactly.
I find out who you are first. I find out what type of character you are.
Good deal.
I don't care nothing about your color. Your color is just, you ain't had nothing to do with that.
Well, listen, we got to get on out here. We got a couple of little pieces of business we got to take care of. And first piece of business is Toussaint. You will get this on your way home. And after that, we're going to have our hot topic of the day. And we cannot end without having our word of the day. Toussaint, you'll get this on your way home.
Ryan, 1 second.
Yes, sir.
If you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Before we get off of that, the server asked a question, and we pretty much gave our theory of what happened, that she took some money. But even if she took that money, I think when you really ask why Black people would do something like that, it's because they've been indoctrinated, integrated, and they embrace the American dream in the original way. Still not realizing that the original way didn't include them, or didn't have intentions of including them.
Exactly.
So, when you say, why are they doing it? It ain't just because they want the money. It's because they believe in the American way.
The American nightmare. Toussaint, talk to me, brother.
Well, I guess problem will cheat, because it's my daily devotion. Can you hear me? Okay?
Yes, sir.
I heard you. Can?
Yes.
Okay. Take heed. Mark 13:33. Take heed. Take ye heed. Watch and pray, for you know not when the time is. We've been lollygagging quite some time now, and there's a day of reckoning. There's a day that's coming. Had we prepared ourselves? Maybe we have to check that out as we take our little walk home.
And who you waiting for? So anyway, it's just simple. It's everything comes to a head sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
But you better be ready.
You gotta be ready for it.
Yeah.
Better be ready for that pop. Better be ready for when it pop.
Ain't nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for the follow. Thanks, Linda. Cassandra Alexander Green. What is our hot topic of the day?
Our hot topic of the day comes out of Canada, where Dolly Bahum, a Muslim woman, has won a very important district in Canada, Scarborough district, and that's like groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
So I applaud them that the people of that country, because they're embracing people that are about getting something done for the community, because she ran on a platform for affordable housing and, you know, all this stuff that we want to hear people at least say that they're going to attempt to do, and not just people that just blatantly tell you they ain't going to do it.
Exactly.
And they definitely don't do it. Or they tell you they're going to do it, and the minute they get in, they don't. But she is very highly regarded. She's a liberal, very highly regarded in Canada. Dolly Bahum, a Muslim woman that just won
Praise God.
in the Scarborough election.
That's good. That's good. How? Look here, we got to reach out to her. See, can we get on the Morning Glow? I believe she'll come on here. Well, we need a word of the day.
The word of the day is coming from Galatians chapter 5, verse 1. Freedom, freedom in Christ, that liberty that we talked about earlier. So Christ has truly set us free. Christ has done that. Now make sure that you stay free and don't get tied up again in slavery to the law. That's the word of the day.
Wow, that's good. That's good. 20 seconds. Anybody got anything they want to say before we get out of here? 20 seconds. It's 10:08. We got to get on out of here. Anybody got anything?
I was just wondering, did anybody realize the third coming of Jesus? Did y'all know that he was here?
Nah. I didn't.
Y'all ain't seen the picture?
Oh, you talking about that? Boy, you gonna get Cassandra riled up this morning. Don't do that, Cassandra. Boy, you talking about that Trump picture where he had the flame in his hands and all kind of stuff?
Yeah, that wasn't even a flame. That was the light. That was the eternal light, man.
Oh, that what it was?
That was the eternal light in that hand.
We know. We just ready to go home. Why would you bring that up right now?
I've been wondering what y'all were waiting on. I said, now they just beat around the bush, man. They ain't talking about Trump Jesus yet.
Never. That joke getting no play when it comes to something like that, man. And he got a lot of people upset though, man. A lot of people, Republicans, are at odds with him on that as well. A lot of them are.
Yeah.
Well, they should be. Just once again, when you start talking about the environment we live in and what the kids or the product that they're growing up in, we are in the midst of people who claim that they are the best Christians and the best examples, but then don't mind being blasphemous. The biggest monsters of Jesus and God, treating them as a joke. And these people have denied and ignored him, and they still try to find a way to justify this and overlook it as something small.
I followed you, Pearl. I did.
But when is enough enough? When do we stay consistent? Do they believe something that y'all want, that's something different?
Yeah. They got to, man. If they believe in like that, they got to believe something different from our foundation. But
I would be afraid to do something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Cassandra, somebody joined this broadcast late today, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, even 9:30. And they say, man, they talk about some good stuff, even talking about Trump trying to be. Oh man, I can't even fix my lips to say that. But they say they want to hear this broadcast and they would love to hear it in its entirety. Cassandra, are you able to help them out?
We can definitely help them out. If you missed any part of the show and would like to see or hear it in its entirety, tune into DKMMediaGroup.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, if you've missed any part of the show and would like to see or hear it in its entirety, tune into DKMMediaGroup.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can I make an announcement?
Make an announcement.
Okay. This weekend, Saturday, April 18th, my organization will be holding a Pretty in Pink event.
Ooh, okay.
And it's the event that we will be talking about traumas and how you overcome those traumas. And one of our guests is going to be Rita Daniels, Harriet Tubman's great niece. So she's coming in because, of course, Harriet experienced quite a bit of trauma. Some of you may know the history, but you can read about it. But and then we'll be having individuals to talk about. This is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. I want everybody to remember that this month is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So there are people around you that are being damaged or have been damaged by sexual assault, and they need to be able to talk about it freely. So let's not make it a stigma anymore.
Yeah.
So Saturday, April 18th, Pretty in Pink event, 11 a.m. It's a brunch, 542 Moreland Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia.
Give me the address one more time, Cassandra, and the time.
542 Moreland Avenue, which is First Iconium Baptist Church on Moreland Avenue at 11 a.m. It is a brunch. Free entry, free gifts, free fellowship.
Good deal. And I want to say something too, because part of last week and a couple of days this week here, the rebroadcast has been a situation on the platform that we're on, and it has not been broadcasting like it was supposed to. I talked to them, I talked to the people, and they say it should be back up and running as it should be today. They assure me that it should be. So if for whatever reason you all, and I got certain people that were actually called, and I appreciate each one of them. Rico definitely was one of them that will call out and let me know that it's not being broadcast. And so if you have any issues, please let me know. They said that it should be fixed and we shouldn't have any problems as we move forward with the rebroadcast. So if for whatever reason, again, you try to join us at 3 o'clock and it's not there, please let me know. Please let me know. All right. Hey, Cassandra, I got one more question for you before we get out of here too. Then we're gonna do the pledge and we're gonna say the prayer. But Cassandra,
I hear you.
Don't you have an E on your last name? You know an E?
No.
You ain't got no E?
No, I put an E on there, but there's not an E on there.
Okay.
I did that for Facebook, but no, there's no E on the end of my name.
Oh, okay, because I noticed that Marjorie Taylor has an E on the end of hers. I thought y'all was related or something.
Don't be
Rico! Did I get him?
Rico. Don't say y'all. I didn't do that yet.
Okay.
Rico, did I get him, Rico?
Yeah, you got it with that one, boy. You slick, man. You slick. I told y'all why you missed it.
Yeah.
Cassandra, love you, Cassandra. But I just had, I said, like, I said, man, I had to get that one in. But listen, let's do the pledge. Cassandra, please do the pledge with us. I know you're angry, but do the pledge with us. Here we go. Everybody that's willing, please repeat the pledge, and it goes just like this. I will take this day.
I will take this day
and be the best that I can be.
And be the best.
And be the best that I can be.
Do the best that I can.
Do the best that I
Do
can.
the best that I can.
And help as many people as I can to do the same thing.
and help
and help as many people as I can
as I
to
can
do
to say,
I,
the same
pro-
thing.
I promise to do it with love,
I promise you.
I promise to do it with love,
compassion,
compassion,
and the grace of God.
and the grace
and the
of
grace of God.
Giving him all the honor,
giving him all the
Mhm.
honor,
Giving him all the honor,
all the praise,
all the praise,
all the praise,
and all of the glory.
and all
and all of the glory.
In the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus the Christ.
in the name of
In the
my
name
Lord.
of my Lord and Savior, Jesus the Christ.
Amen, amen, and amen. Hey,
Amen.
hey, Tucson. Did you hear Kay?
No, but you know what, Raheem?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. You know, remember when they used to serve dinner after church
Yeah.
and they had some people leave early
Okay.
out of church service? They didn't get the benediction.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me why they got 5 to-go plates in their car before they serve anybody else?
I don't know. That don't seem right to me. It don't seem right to me, brother. Do it seem right to you?
Then you ask them for if they got some more chicken. They said we ran out.
Go out to the car and get them plate. Go out to the car and get them extra plates. Y'all got to bring them back in here. We got enough chicken for everybody. I promise you. Just bring them plates back in here. You trying to feed yourself for the week? No, we ain't doing that. Let me see, Rico still with us? Yeah, Rico, what did you hear, brother?
Hey, Kay, she was on the lead. I think our Cassandra that was real solid in that too, man.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
I'm thinking that woman that's serving that food that Dawn was talking about
Yeah.
is the same woman with them bad kids that Kay had to go check.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's fixing them plates to take. She's fixing them plates to take them home in those little wine.
Kay said it ain't so.
I know y'all gotta get out of here. But it's some things I don't look at as coincidence. And I was hearing y'all talking before I called in, and then, right at the end here, Cassandra brought up Harriet Tubman. And I was like, man, I was gonna bring up Harriet Tubman earlier because y'all brought up the subject about being slaves.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say the quote now that I was gonna say then. She said she freed 1,000 slaves.
Yep.
And she could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves.
Exactly.
I'm afraid that still applies today.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Amen.
Well,
Raheem,
let me say it again. Well,
Raheem,
are you ready?
man, Raheem, I am so ready. Rico capped it off. Come on, let's go, Raheem.
Well, Miss Willa Mae Brown, since you said it like that and I ain't got no reason to doubt you, I just got one thing to say to you, and that is, well, let's go.
Amen, amen. I thank you so much for waking us up, allowing us to have a day, and letting us know as long as our Lord, we thank you for the liberty of the free will that's given us to choose each and every day. So help us, Lord. Help us choose to make the right decision. Help us, oh Lord, better choose it to love one another. To love us each and every day with an unconditional, spite of myself, in spite of those things that I know I'm weak in, in spite of, still love. We go. Thank you for love. Father, I need you to help me. Teach how to love, even when I don't. Father, thank you for your mercy. We, Lord, who wouldn't love a father like that? I'm asking you, Lord, to bless each and every last one that is born. Search our heart. And Father, there is things that shouldn't be there.
Yes, Lord.
I'm asking you, Lord, take it away.
Take it away.
Help us, Lord, to choose our battle. Because we know that the battle is all in our mind. But we know that you will fight our battle. Lord, we thank you for this. Thank you. Bless those right now. If they're helpful, they need you. It's fighting suicide, diabetes, cancer, other diseases that the enemy has placed in our lives. Father, we know that you are a healer. You are a healer through the word. And we know that you are not a man that's right. So we thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Help teach us, direct us, guide us, by giving us wisdom, firmness, to know the difference between the good and the evil. Father, I love you, Lord. I lift you up to the highest place of hallelujah.
Yes, Lord.
Father, thank you for the morning. Thank you for Raheem and his constant obedience. Keep him covered, Lord. Keep him faithful, Lord. Allow him to be successful in his real estate journey. Allow him to be successful in his life, Lord. Allow him to continually be the head of his household. Father, we thank you for his faithfulness. We honor you. We glorify you. And we praise you in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And whatever the question, the answer will forever be, yes, Lord. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DK, your media group and associates, and the Morning Glow for being a part of your day. It is now, what time is it? 10:25. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us, because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug, because you never know, it could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. Do we shine through this light of you from the Morning Glow? Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other. And please, please, please be blessed. Give somebody some love and truth. They would appreciate it, and I'm sure that you would as well. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow morning, if God says the same. Have a great day, y'all. Love you. Take care of one another. Be blessed.
Welcome to the stage where hearts unfold in the morning glow, stories untold. Let's play with words, a masterpiece of art, where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's tap into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently salt. Let's paint with words a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. A symphony of voices harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair. Let's sow seeds of unity, watch them grow in this garden of hope under the morning glow. Let's bridge the gaps, erase the line in the tapestry of hearts. Let love shine with every word, a step we take towards a brighter dawn for all our sake. Welcome to the morning glow, where dreams take flight in this realm of possibilities. Let's unite, together we stand, hand in hand, healing the nation across the land. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's symphony of voices harmonizing